It is the 9th of November. This is Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Right, go for it. Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Yeshiva Tzaveh. This is our second share of the day, learning Mishna Berura, Hilchos Hanukkah, Siman Tov Reish Ayin. We'll review the Mishkaber in Sif Aleph, and then we'll go to the Mishna Berura in Sif Beis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any volunteers to do some reading?
Barry doesn't want to, I will.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Tov Reish Ayin. What Sif was it?
The very first one, Sif Aleph, the Kaf Heg B'Kislev, on the 25th day of Kislev.
The 25th of Kislev. What's the chet with a quote?
This is Matchilim, right? Ches Yemei Hanukkah. On the 25th of Kislev, begin the 8 days of Hanukkah.
We begin 8 days of Hanukkah.
And as I said, maybe we'll start doing that. We'll try and understand why it's 8 days instead of 9 days. We'll go into that. Maybe I'll send out something in regard to that tomorrow, or later today, for the first year. Maybe we'll explore that. Okay.
Vasurim be hesped. It's forbidden to eulogize. V'ta'anis, and to fast.
Right.
Aval mutarin ba'asiach ba'asis melacha. But it's permitted to do work. What's this word ba'asias?
In the doing of work. But it's permissible. It's not like Shabbos or Yom Tov, or even Chol Hamoed. It's forbidden to work. It's Hanukkah, you do work.
I see, to do work. It's permitted to do work. We know how goat, and it is customary, hanashim shelo la'asos malacha. It's customary for women to not do work. Od shehaneros dolkos, while the candles are still burning. Yesh mi she'omer she'ein lehakel lahem. And there are those who say that we should not be lenient with them.
Right. If they want to work, we should tell them that they can't work. It's important that they not work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mishna Berura, or continuing with Bet.
Right. We'll see now in the Mishna Berura Sif Bet. We did Sif Aleph yesterday, and now you can see in Sif Bet in the Mishna Berura. We'll expand on this concept.
Okay, Mishna Berura. I see Aleph. I see Gimel. I don't see Bet. Let's see. Mishna Berura.
It should be Asurim Behesped V'Tainus.
Okay. Ayin Lekaman Siman Tafresh Pei Vav Sif Aleph the Mishnah Berura. So look further on in the Mishnah Berura.
Okay. But
That's it for Bet.
okay, so we'll start with go to Gimel.
So go back to the Mechaber.
No, Nashim, Gimel, next Mr. Brewer.
Oh, Gimel, Nashim, women. Dafka Nashim, Lefi Naasa Nes Al Yedehem. Specifically women, because the miracle was done concerning them on their account.
Was through them. They were instrumental in the miracle taking place.
Kid Dilakame Bisaif Bet Bahaga. What is this word? Kidil Kame?
As we'll say light further on, as we say further on, in Sif base in Hagar, in the Mechaber, and Sif base in the Ramah.
So it's going to explain how they were facilitating the miracle?
Yes.
Okay. V'yesh mikomos shegam ha'anashim machmirin b'zeh. And there are places where also the women are strict about this. So we're still talking about them doing malacha during the candles.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Dalid be'od sheha neros dolakos. Well, the candles are still burning. They so in his house.
I just want to ask one question. Narrows isn't a closer translation lights rather than candles?
Okay. Yeah, fine.
I mean, they're narrows is referring to light rather than, wax candle. Could be anything. It could be wicks or.
I thought or was light.
Yeah, well,
That's a different form of light.
Yeah, a candle doesn't have to necessarily be wax either. A candle could be through the wick that's used with oil. It could be, Yeah, good. Loosely translated.
I mean, in the day that when this was written, when he wrote this, did they use candles primarily, or did they use oil? Because I thought in those times the candles were made with the trafe material.
Yeah, well, you could use that. I mean, as long as it wasn't basta b'chalav. The question if the candles are made of basta b'chalav. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's continue on. And lahakolem, right? It's cutting. Go ahead.
Today, lahakir asur lehish tamesh since that it is forbidden to use the light.
Right. That's but baso, meaning it's the Mr. Brewer seems to be indicating that the prohibition of not doing work, the women that they're accustomed not to do work is because it's seemingly specifically in their house, in order to make known that it's asur shtamish le'oiroi. They had to show.
It was prohibited to work because they might use the light of the Hanukkah arrows. That's the point.
Yeah, because if they would be working while the narrows were burning bright, you might get the idea that they were making use of the light from the menorah, which would be not.
Yeah.
But
Why would that be after the women?
right? That's number one. Unless he wants to go outside and chop wood. Let her go outside in the backyard and chop wood,
Yeah.
right, Barry? That should be
About-
okay.
That's fine. It's good with me.
But what about the
It's about
husband?
time. Huh? What about what?
Right.
What
Right, the
about the
husband,
husband?
if that reason applies, it would be also seemingly applicable to the husbands. So there is a, not Ephraim, aber Mariel, mashma gam anashim lo yasa malacha, right? Kabbalah b'yadenu shein la'adam lasos malacha ba'od neres dolokos. It's also, there is, even though the mechaber, even though the mechaber and the Ramah did not mention about men being strict about not doing the work, nevertheless, there are those posting that say that it applies to the men as well.
It's a kavachomer. In other words, they're saying it's so important not to work that even the women should not work.
Okay, that's good. I understand that.
Kavachomer.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Wait, let me write that down. That's one for me.
Yeah, you should write that down. You should write that down.
All right, that's one. I get a point. Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Ein lahakel lahem. What's lahakel?
Not
Be lenient.
Don't be lenient with them. Right. Exactly. Nefegan took.
Lahave kidevarim ha mutarim va'acherim nahagu bahem asur. That it is like these words,
Right.
that it's permissible for others to have the custom is forbidden.
That we said in the Machaber, you're not supposed to be lenient with them. The Havi kidevarim amutarim la'acherim nogim be'isur. This is a principle. A principle which is brought in the Gemara. There are certain things which are really in terms of the law, they're permissible, but yet nevertheless there's a custom to prohibit them, right? She'ein lahativ b'fneim. If they are something which, even though according to the letter of the law it's mutter, but if people took on as some type of a extra stringency to be machmir and to say it's usher, you can't, in face of the existing minhag, you can't go against the face of the existing minhag and say that it's going to be permissible what they have taken on as a custom to prohibit.
Isn't that true related to women according about the laws of Nida, that the ladies themselves took on more of a chumrah, that the counting was extended.
Right, that's right.
Right. Yeah. So the ladies themselves were,
right. You have cases like that. Sure. Right. Okay.
So what is this saying? It's saying that this custom of women to not work is something that they took on.
Well, no. I mean,
no.
The custom in this particular case, the custom is that women aren't supposed to work, and the Mishna was explaining why you're not supposed to be lenient with them. I mean, you're supposed to enforce their custom of not working, because it's in this category of things which have customarily been decided to be forbidden. So therefore, you don't have any right to come along now and in public say that it's permissible.
Right.
that's just that's the explanation of the Mishna Berura. Why the Mechaber is telling you not to be lenient with them, because it's something which you're bound by the principles of halacha. The principles of halacha say if there's a certain behavior which has been decided through custom to prohibit something, you cannot now, in the face of that prohibition, customary prohibition, you cannot, in the face of that customary prohibition, be permitting it.
Right.
Okay, we're in the middle here. We'll have to stop. We went over a little bit, a minute or two over time. So, okay, we'll have to continue with this tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay.
Thank you,
all right.
Rabbi.
Have a good day.
Very good. Everyone be well. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Mitzvah Shem. Thank you. Be well.